Hi, Gemini rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast. We are starting on the 2nd of March until the 8th of March. So the very first up is Mercury retrograde in your 10th house, making a sextile to Juno in your 8th house. And this could be a old career contact who might be getting in touch with you with an offer. Or maybe someone is getting in touch with you for an inheritance matter. Or maybe you've had a kind of like a vague professional goal, and that could become quite clear here. You sit down, you look at your debts, your taxes, and then you can come up with a solution for that. Now, even if it's a sextile, it could carry some negative energies. So if you are making certain type of financial agreement, watch out because certain type of financial information can be leaked, misinterpreted as well. And you can even feel restricted by a boss who demands proof, for example, for a decision that you made. And your decisions might be made through intuition. Now, we do have got Mars entering your 10th house as well. And actually, this could be super good. This could indicate that you can use your intuition to navigate some politics, in the office. And you can come out as a winner. Mars is about winning, and Mars is the ruler of your sixth house, so this is work environment. But you can be inspired to pursue a career path, something that might be involves healing or creativity or certain type of spiritual service as well. The negative side of this is that you can feel a bit lost in your career. Maybe you don't get noticed, you're kind of like bypassed in a way. Maybe it's a little bit difficult to commit to a specific goal, a path, or even certain type of routines as well. Or imagine a boss or an authority figure who is a little bit hard to read, and then you can get frustrated, or you might feel like that your efforts are overlooked or wasted at work. Now, we also have got a Sun and Pallas Athene conjunction happening in your 10th house. And this could indicate that you are ready to kind of make a winning move in your career situation. Maybe you are spotting patterns, how a boss reacts to certain type of things emotionally, or a client of yours as well. Or maybe it's a professional like reputation that gets a bit of a boost there. Maybe because you have come up with a creative solution to a problem. And this might be kind of like a logistical problem, for example. However, you can get caught up in kind of like the perfect plan as well for your career, and then you might be missing immediate opportunities, something that is right in front of you. So just keep an eye, please. Not to forget that this Sun and Pallas Athene together is actually trining Jupiter as well. So this is definitely a job opportunity. Just you have to be wishing for it, and you're gonna have to have the plan. But also you can have that pressure to be an expert in something, and it can feel like that I have to have all the answer. Now we do have got Bacchus entering your 11th house at the second part of the week. So slowly but surely we are shifting from the 10th house into an 11th house energy, and then you're gonna have quite a lot of like planetary alignments going on there in the upcoming weeks. But this could indicate you stepping into a leadership role that you actually really enjoy, or simply you are being invited out by a group of people. It might be co-workers, for example. It might be a certain type of a professional matter, and you guys can have a great time. But it also can be, for example, a dream you have shared with your friends, and then, it's kind of like they are motivating you, they are inspiring you to make it happen, and you come up with an actionable plan for it. However, we can talk big games about as well, but maybe, or your friends are talking the big games, but they don't actually do the work. So therefore, it could lead to a conflict, for example, especially conflict between your personal fun and your obligations. Saturn wants you to focus on work while Bacchus wants to have a bit of a fun. And or maybe a group of people kind of like feel like you feel that they are draining your energy. You can feel a little bit lonely in a crowd. Now, Venus is going to be making its very last aspect in the sign of Pisces, and that's going to be a sextile to Uranus. Then she moves into Aries also. And that could be an unexpected invitation, for example, to travel, or you get a surprise message from someone, or you can get an unexpected professional compliment, maybe an email, maybe it's a dream assignment. You can even find unconventional ways to improve your public reputation. The negative side of this could be that, you have been working on something and it kind of gets leaked out. Or you kind of feel like that you are being watched at work, and maybe therefore you are trying to stay a little bit low, but actually this is not a time to stay low. Now, Sun is trining Jupiter, like I said, this week, and that's exciting because this is about you boosting your career. That is leading to financial security. So you might get promoted, you might get a good job done type of pat on the shoulders. You can get a bit of a bonus, something that you haven't expected. Or you can realize your unique talents, and you realize that actually people do value you at work, which of course can lead to increasing your self-worth. However, watch out because you can be very confident about your career and then you can overlook very small technical details of something. Or, you can overspend as well because you want to be kind of celebrating a success, and that could be straining slightly bit your bank account. Like I said, Venus is entering the sign of Aries and then runs into Neptune, and then straight after it runs into Saturn as well. So this is about leading a group or kind of like moving towards your visions, basically, or you are working on a community project or a long-term project. Or a friend from the past can reach out with a professional opportunity, and that might be aligning with your ideas, with your plans as well. However, you can feel disillusioned by a social circle, realizing that the friendship was just based on a fantasy rather than reality, or you feel the weight of expectations of others, or you are invited to a party. Maybe again, Bacchus invites you to a party, Venus invites you to a party, and then, oh, okay, I have to go because maybe I benefit from this, but at the same time, it can be something exhausting as well. And then last but not least, Hebe enters Taurus, which is your 12th house. And, this is a trying to find a private moment, that spiritual moment, maybe I'm going to do some gardening or, I'm going to be doing a bit of a meditation, something that feels good. You are somehow pouring back something into your soul. Um, Negative side of it is could be that, responsibilities might become a bit heavy. It feels like that you are kind of like carrying the cup for someone who won't help themselves. And then maybe it's actually draining your resources as well. And then you start questioning, why on earth would I do that? Now, remember that these aspects, one of them might be super important for you and the rest might not. Okay, so it highly depends on the degree placement of your charts, and therefore I highly recommend listening to the general forecast so that you can get the exact degrees and then you can understand better these archetypes as well. I think this is the full picture. So that's pretty much Hebe. So as you can see, slowly but surely, we are transitioning from one point of the chart to the other. So we are transitioning from the 10th house into the 11th house, but still the 10th house is a major focus for you. So it really feels like that this week it's all about attracting opportunities into your life. Potentially, you have to be using your charm, you have to be connecting with people. But also, Jupiter, for example, is your romantic planet, is your relationship planet. So having the Jupiter and Sun trine, this could really indicate that you can run into someone nice. Now, once Venus moves into your 11th house, Venus rules your romantic department also. So we can kind of be more flirtatious. We might feel a little bit more sexy. We might even kind of flirt with a friend of ours or why we are going out with the friends and so forth. So that's really good. And then the Venus would like you to have a bit of a courage to chat someone up. So not to get too shy about it. Um, Also, with Jupiter, which might represent contractual agreements, and the Sun is the ruler of your third house. So, this is a perfect week for you to negotiate contracts, to sign up for a course, which might be, taking you further in your professional career. But it's all about commitment. Let's not just do it for the sake of doing it. I'm going to have to be able to commit to it. So, Gemini, good luck, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.